He loves woodworking and DIY, and even has a workshop in his garage. His YouTube channel is packed with useful guides and builds. Everything from building a workbench to installing a radiator cover is taken care of. And he's forever losing his pencil, hence his channel name. It's Matt Kirwin, aka Where's My Pencil? Thanks for joining us, Matt. I've seen you make quite a lot of things. I first discovered you on your DIY radiator cover when I wanted to make one myself. We've also seen you do a sandbox for kids, a router table, insulate a shed. Where do you get your inspiration from?
I think mostly it's things I just want to do around the home. You talked about the sandbox, that was for my kids. Insulate the shed, that was for my office in the garden because I'd just had kids. I needed somewhere to work because I was working from home at the time. So I think mostly it comes from things I need to do around the home or things I think might interest people or I think people might, get some use from if they see me making a video of it.
Well, I also knew you when you were a different name.
Yep.
Was there any other pressures from your wife because you used to be called Happy Wife, Happy Life?
I did. So I first started watching videos on YouTube around DIY when I bought a house that needed a complete renovation. And I basically had 6 weeks to get it done. She was pregnant with our first child and had to get it done really quick. Watched all these videos on YouTube on how to fit a kitchen, how to put up a stud wall. And I didn't have time to film any of it because, as you probably know, if you film yourself doing something, it takes 3 times longer.
Definitely.
Then once the house was done, it wasn't really done. There were still all the little bits to do, and I wanted to keep the wife happy. And so I thought, well, I've taken a lot from the YouTube community in terms of learning how to do things. I thought, well, I'll try and give something back. And I think the first video I did was putting up a towel rail in a bathroom, which was, probably wasn't my best video, but it's had a few views. So yeah.
Your router table video, that's had 1.3 million views last time I checked. Why do you think that took off so well?
Well, I can certainly tell you what it didn't. It wasn't because of the music. I've had loads of stick about the music in it. I think it was the first video I tried to put music in. Most of the comments I get are either, oh, it's a great build, or we don't like the music. So, which
could enhance the engagement.
Yeah, I guess a lot of comments on it. So it wasn't the music. I think it's simple. It's not like complex what I made. It's functional, and you can put it on. It's made out of really simple materials, and I put the free plans on as well, for people to download and use. Which I kind of wish I'd sold them really because they've had a lot of downloads. But a few people have made a donation off the back of it, so that's good. That
was my next question because I know that you had a daughter in 2016.
That's it.
And she was in intensive care for a week.
Yeah, that's right.
I was very impressed how much you've already had donated.
Yeah.
How's that going?
Yeah, it's going all right. So I did it because I know a lot of people set up things like Patreon and things like that, and I thought, I could do that, but I wanted to kind of use my channel for a good cause as well. Mm-hmm. And I set up the Just Giving page for the neonatal intensive care unit at our local hospital. I want to get to £1,000 raised. I think I'm about at 800 at the minute, so it's going all right because if I hit £1,000, my employer will match it.
Yes.
So that's what I'm trying to do. If I can hit 1,000, then the company I work for will match it in like-for-like funding, and I'll be able to give 2,000 to the units. That'll be lovely.
What's your proudest project that you've achieved?
I think the proudest one is probably one that hasn't been quite as successful, so it's a bit bittersweet. But it's a table I built for my daughter. We just had one daughter at the time. I've got 2 now, and it was a little dining table that I made for her that all had inlays carved with a router and all resin, and I finished it with tung oil, which is food safe, and the kids used to eat off of it every day for probably about 3 years, and people used to say, oh, where did you get that table from? And I'd say, oh, I made it, and people that kind of didn't know me that well didn't really believe me. They were like, you haven't made that, you don't do that for a job. So yeah, that's probably the proudest thing I've made because it meant something. It was for people I cared about. So that's probably that one.
I've got a final question for you. Now you've changed your name. where's the best place to store your pencils?
I haven't got very big ears, so I'd say behind my ear, but I did try that and they kept falling off. So what I try and do now is I try and have them dotted about the workshop. I've probably got about 20, like all in different places. And then it's not just one that I'm looking for, it's 20. So it kind of cuts the time down.
I'm sure everyone else shares the same frustration. But thank you so much for joining us and answering all of my questions. And don't forget, if you want to see more of Matt, go onto YouTube to search Where's My Pencil, or on Instagram, Where's My Pencil channel. So thank you again, and thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next one.